I refuse. What do you see on YouTube? Refuse. Maybe not. Okay, cool. Yeah. Wow. Good morning or good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, this is the Prophet Stalker coming to you live on a Friday. What do you see on YouTube? How do you get out of YouTube? Refuse. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon. We're live here at the offices of the Prophet Stalker. We're going to have an interview with the next man up, Mr. Ronald Jones, and just want to kind of give you guys a sneak peek or inside look of what we have going on and his thoughts, right? So we decided we want to do this interview process just to kind of give people an idea of where he is. So I'm going to ask him a series of questions, and I'm going to let him talk to you guys directly, and so that you can get from his perspective what's going on and how he feels and all that kind of stuff. This has not been rehearsed. This is literally authentic, uh, an authentic and real interview. So what's going on, Ron?
Not much, man. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I'm kind of excited about our situation. So
Yeah.
uh, I'm just excited about our situation. So what I'll do is I'll go start with my first question, man. I just want you to do a lot of the talking.
Okay.
But the first question I got that I'm sure people will want to know, why did you want to do this? Besides what we talked about before, what now that you've had an opportunity to kind of see, you know what I mean, what it's like, how I am, how the group is as a whole, what why do you want to do this?
Well, of course, the beginning is, I want to be financially stable, to be able to create generational wealth for my family and potentially have something to pass down to my kids. And, of course, as long as they're interested in it, to be able to pass this down to them. That, and just from the time that I started to now, it's the just the leadership that you guys have, the way that I've been learning, the speed that I've been learning it, and being able to actually apply and to see myself um up, making gains in this business already is definitely motivation. So it's but the leadership skills that you guys have, it's a quality, man. It's not easy to find a good teacher.
Well, I appreciate that. Some people might disagree with you on that, but so tell me this: what are your goals, right? What are your goals with this specifically? What are you trying to do uh specifically? How much do you want to make? Let me say it that way.
Well, I want to become a millionaire within the first year of trading.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's okay. So here's my answer, right? That's a lofty goal.
Yes, absolutely.
That's going to take you doing things the right way. That's going to take you having some guts.
Yeah.
That's going to take you having to get up off of the ground once you've been scathed and not be scared,
Yeah.
right? And you're going to have to let your mind grow, right? Because let me ask you because I don't know. So let me ask you, you ever had $1 million before?
Never had $1 million before.
So let me tell you about this, right? Now, this is something for the camera, right? So people will know. You have to let your mind grow with the money. the reason why, and you've heard me say this before, the reason why a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people that win the lottery go broke in 4 or 5, 6 years or whatever, is because they didn't have an opportunity to see $1 go to $2, $2 go to $5, $5 go to $100, $100 go to $1,000, $1,000 go to $10,000, $10,000 go to $100 go to 200, 300, 400,000. 500,000. Now you're back down to 200,000. Now you're back up to, you didn't have your mind didn't have a chance to settle on the amounts as they were as you were growing. So now that mentally and emotionally you grow with the amount of money that you've seen in your bank account. It's going to take their stair step, but it's going to be a fairly accelerated stair step for you if you actually want to. Boy, I mean, you hit me in the throat with that. Okay, so we're trying to make $1 million in 12 months. Oh, the pressure's on me now, right? So it can be done, right? I've seen it done, but in order to do that, discipline, dedication, and desire, key, right? And consistency. And being able to get up off the ground when you have a loss and not be hurt by a loss, not be too excited about games. That it's going to take that kind of doing, right? So let's go to the next question because that was interesting, right? So what's the first two weeks been like? We've been doing this. This is the end of the second week, right? So what's the overall? What's the first 2 weeks been like for you?
The first 2 weeks have been great. I guess it kind of adds on to why I want it's but definitely why I want to continue doing this because a big part of it is your mental, which unfortunately I've been working on that prior to training with you guys. So it's been really good. I really like the aspect of working on your mind and your body and your soul. Having those things in tune in order to be successful in this. That drew me in a lot more because that's something that I strive for.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, it's been good. I've learned a whole lot real quick. And I've been, I definitely have a few moments of being antsy, just want to jump in there, but at the same time being able to, listen to everything that you've been teaching me, watching everything kind of pile up and saying like, okay, like, what I was learning 2, 3 days ago applies to right now.
Right.
You know, but it's been a great experience.
Okay.
It really has. It's been a great experience.
All right. Cool. So we'll go on to the next question then. Right. Um, what was that first trade for you like emotionally?
So it was like that first trade was like, I used to wrestle and I do music as well. So it was like right before that wrestling match or like right before I get on stage and it's like that, you know, gotta control the breathing. I had to control the breathing. So I had that feeling of excitement, but that's my way of staying in control. It's just that as long as I can control my breath, I know I'm good.
Right. Right. So I'll tell you something. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you something. This was the funniest thing ever. Right. I was like, hey, we're live. Better get this first trade. And I promise you, this is what he did on camera. And it was a pause, right? Because this is the thing, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll tell you all this, right? So you understand exactly where I'm coming from. When you can detach your emotions from the money, there's no limit to what you can do in life, be it trading or anything else for that matter. But you have to be able to detach your emotions from your money, right? Because they're two completely separate things. Money is just the means to an end to accomplish goals and aspirations and stuff that you want to do in life. That is it. It has no emotional, it should not have any emotional bearing on you as an individual at all. But it does for most people. And I understand that. So if you can get over that barrier, life for you will change drastically, right? Ronald,
I had to write that down.
you had to write that down.
Yeah, detach your emotions from the money. I had to write that down. Okay.
So, next question, right? How many winners and losers have you had since we've been doing this?
I've had three winners and one loser.
Three winners and one loser. Okay. And how many points are you up?
I'm up 12 points.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's equate that, right? We're trading the Nasdaq E-mini futures. On the Nasdaq, that equates to about 200 and what it equates to $204 minus commissions. And he's been doing this for literally we've been trading live for literally 3 days, right? $204 is not a lot of money at all. But from the standpoint of profitability and where he's starting from, he's up about 12% on his account, right? So he's doing fairly well as far as that's concerned. All right. So now next question. Overall, what have you learned about trading in itself?
Overall, well, from the beginning, I think the part that made it easy to me, I kind of learned the system that you came up with. So the main thing is momentum, trend, and timing.
Uh-huh.
Um,
That's
so
key.
that's the largest thing. I learned about the seven things that can happen.
Seven things more can do.
The
Right.
seven things a market can do. Um, the what is the four times to take a trade?
The four time take a trade. So since you said that, what are the what are the four reasons to take a trade?
Four reasons to take a trade. We got higher low, lower high, divergent higher high, and divergent lower low.
Look at you. See, I put him on the spot just to see what he do on camera, everybody. I
Yeah.
just wanted to see, but that's pretty good, man. Uh, so let me ask my next question, right? Uh, Candid thoughts of me as a person and as a mentor, right? Now I want you to be real with the camera. Again, we ain't rehearsed none of this. So I don't know what he gonna say. Just like he talking about he want to be a millionaire in 12 months. That kind of caught me off guard a little bit. So
Well,
I'm okay with we live, so let's go.
okay. Yeah, man, you very authentic. Yeah, you are very definitely yourself. And you don't care about what nobody think either way it go, which is I can appreciate that because I'm very much of the same. Yeah, I like the rawness of it, man. That's
Yeah,
that's what really keep me here because it's like like you said, some people kind of like robotic teachers like nah, it's real life. This is what it is. This is what it's like. Okay, let's compare it to this right here.
right,
You know what I'm saying? I love it though. I love it. It's straight. You straight to the point. It ain't no like you say, ain't no glamours and smoke. It's just this is what it is. This is what it ain't.
right,
You
right.
know this is where you at. This is what you need to know. If something ain't right, you're gonna let it be known. You very very direct.
So, yeah.
Um and man, and when things are going good, you make sure you keep the energy high. You know.
I appreciate that, man. I mean,
Even if they not going good, you still keep the energy high.
yeah,
You intense now. You very intense. But that's not a bad thing though. As far as the way that I learned, that's not in bad because I'm a rather intense person myself. So
I'll get you. And I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the candor. So, last question, man, and we'll end on this. Where you see yourself in the next 2.5, 3 years?
in the next 2.5, 3 years, a multimillionaire for sure. Like yeah, yeah. Fridays we going to Paris or
I
some one of these places that you told me that I never heard of.
right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right. Well, look here, man. I appreciate it. I do. Um, this is not my first rodeo. I'm not.
And that I ain't even mean to cut you off. That's another reason why I stick around because you done did this multiple times.
Yeah.
So it's like, I love the fact that I got myself around people that have already reached that level. So it's like,
Yeah. So so let me, ladies and gentlemen, talk to the camera for a minute, right? I wanted y'all to kind of see what we got going on over here because I want you to invite you into a day in my world. Uh, because all I want for this young man is what I wanted for anybody that I've ever taught to trade is that for me to change and help change not only your life, but your kids' life and your kids' life and your kids' life. Because I'm gonna tell you the truth about something, all right? I need you to hear me on this. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, run amok, and led astray to believe that you know, having $100,000 a year corporate job or whatever. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with having a job. There's nothing wrong with having working and earning your way in this world. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is when you learn the power of compound interest, when you learn the power of allowing your money to work for you, when you learn the power of your money working for you like you work for it, your thought process completely changes. The way you see things, your outlook completely changes. And then if you go through a hard time, and I'm going to be blunt with you, I have lost everything twice. But when you know that you're self-made, when you are self-made, you know that you can get back to wherever you're trying to go. God has been telling me for years that I should have shared this many, many years ago. And every time that I did not do what was inside of me to do, I always ran into trouble 100% of the time. I have decided because of whether you want to call it old age, wisdom, me bumping my head so much that it hurts so bad. I got to do something different. Whatever you want to call it, this is what I was called to do. And the reason why I know I was called to do it is because every single person I've ever taught this to has been successful. 100%. Now, whether they're doing it full time or not is their own personal story, but for them to be able to explain and do, everybody is able to do this. So you don't have to have a doctoral degree. You don't have to have a degree in finance. You don't have to go to school to look at the stock market and all. It takes somebody sitting down and giving you common sense approach, right? We'd love for you to join us. We'd love for you to go on this journey with us, right? Um, and just being real about it. We haven't put it out there yet, but it'll be coming soon. We're accepting people that want to come on a journey with us. Not a lot, but a few. We'll allow a few people to come on the journey with us, and then watch this unfold. This starts today from the standpoint of you guys seeing Mr. Jones do his thing, right? And we're going to document his journey all the way from now. He started his account with $2,000. I'm gonna say that on camera, right? He started his account with $2,000. I got $2,000. All I got, man. But I don't want to just blow it. I want to do something different with it so I can see if I can do better. That's what he came to me and said. And I said, listen, I can help you, but it's going to take work. Right. And I told him what it was going to take. He said he had a situation, and this is why I believe this is, again, God divine, because he has a full-time job, but his full-time job still allows him to be here to be able to do this while he's doing his full-time job. Okay. And the best thing he can do to help anybody in his family is to get rich, is to become that millionaire that he's talking about. Right. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys tuning in. See you on the other side. See you on Monday. Maybe putting out some stuff today, putting out some stuff over the weekend. But man, get at me at support@theprofitstalker.com. Join all our socials. We're on IG, we're on TikTok, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube. Man, like and subscribe and tell other people. I'm not charging you anything to come in and see what we do every day. Nothing. You come in and see what we do every day for free. I'm online every day for an hour, and you can see exactly what we got going on. If you want to go on the journey with us specifically, that's a whole nother ball game. But you can see what we do every day live. We're not couching it. We're not trying to put out the best thing that we can put out for our best foot forward. We're putting out the foot forward that we put out forward, whatever that is. Right. So anyway, I can talk all day. Talk to you guys.